Hello students, this is for Dr. Amaya TELS 3363 Technical Communications class and covers the topic of this week's assignment or this unit's assignment, the refused claim letter. As in the previous letter, this is a 300-word business letter, block format, and is worth 25 points. What you need to do is go back and be sure that you look at the previous letter you submitted because these two letters need to work together. After reading that over again, you are going to write a letter refusing to grant the claim. So in the previous letter, you were writing to Shannon Smith asking for a warranty claim of some kind on that compressor that failed, the switch that failed, and now you are going to take the place of Shannon Smith and respond to that letter by refusing to grant the claim. Now remember that in a refuse letter, you're going to take a little different stance. In the previous letter, the claim letter, you should have taken a direct approach because you want to make a claim and persuade somebody to follow up on that claim. In this assignment, you're going to follow an indirect pattern. And the reason for this is that you are sharing bad news. You are denying somebody's claim and you want to ease into this. This is bad news, something the reader will not want to hear, so you want to be polite and firm, but you want to do this in a nice way because you do not want to lose this customer. So in the previous assignment, you submitted a letter that presents accurate facts, but you, Shannon Smith, have looked into it and discovered that the compressor is no longer covered by the warranty. Now, some of the students caught this and went ahead and tried to persuade them to cover it anyway, but you are going to have to be in the role of somebody who denies that claim, denies that request. You're going to refuse it. Remember that you are in a tight position here. You have to refuse the claim. It's in your business's best interest, but you also want to retain this long-standing customer. You do not want to make an enemy of them. You do not want to insult them. You are going to express how sorry you are that you cannot grant the claim, but for your business to succeed and continue, you cannot allow claims like this to go through. So remember that you've got some guidelines here and be sure to use these. These are very helpful in determining how you are graded. You want to be sure this is the proper business letter format, so make sure that you catch all the elements that are required for this. You want your content to be arranged into logical paragraphs, so they need to flow from paragraph to paragraph, and you want to make sure this is an indirect pattern. Your first sentence is not going to be, "We cannot grant your claim." You need to go into it nice and easily. Your first sentence should probably start off telling how much you appreciate the customer or something along those lines. You want to ease into this topic about saying no. Throughout, you're going to be professional and use an appropriate tone of discussion. This is that thing that you've seen in the textbook probably a couple of times, firm but kind. You are also going to give thorough explanations for why you are not granting the claim, why you are refusing it. This is important as well. You need to validate their attempt at trying to persuade you, but you also need to refuse the claim. You want to be sure that you refer to information from the original claim letter. You want to be sure that you cushion this bad news, and you have the option of maybe offering something small to the customer. Remember, you cannot give in on this claim. You must refuse it, but you can make a small offer. As always, we're going to look at the grammar and mechanics and want to look for this being concise, being clear, and being fluent. I think that's about all that's necessary to complete this assignment, and I wish you the best of luck.